want to talk about something really, really important. Something really, really important, okay? It is that I am having a drink and calling it a day. That is the title of this podcast. And the reason for that is because today has just been not a good day. Like, it hasn't been terrible. Okay, I'll give it that. It hasn't been a terrible day, but it hasn't been a great day. Earlier in the week, I was feeling awesome. And, first of all, let me just say, if you're listening to this podcast, I don't mean to make it about me. I'm just sharing an example in anticipation or hope that it resonates with you or somebody I don't know, and you share it. Anyway, because this is going to be about those days where we kind of having a low day and we get trapped in our own mental state and all that kind of fun stuff. So, all right, earlier in the week, I was feeling awesome, feeling great, feeling fantastic. I don't know if I got a ton done, but I did some things. I did the things. And today I woke up and I'm just like in a emotionally, crappy mood. Like an emotional train wreck. That's what I've noticed lately. There's definitely something going on in the energy, something going on in the air that that I would hope is not just in my head. And I don't think it is, because other people are kind of experiencing the flip-flop effect of feeling great, feeling energetic, feeling motivated, and waking up the next day and feeling total opposite, like you want to crawl and into a corner and just cry, or, emotions just letting out. Anyway, so what I did, I tried to distract myself like any smart person would do. I tried to distract myself. What did I do? I did a host of some, I wouldn't say ridiculous things, but things are just like, whatever. I did try to meditate, and I did meditate for 30 minutes. It was okay. It was, I wouldn't say I had an out-of-body experience, but it was okay. Let's see, what else did I do? I tried playing the piano for like 5 minutes, which I never do, but there's a piano in the house that's really, really out of tune, and I was like, all right, well, maybe, this will lift up my spirits, because I did want to do a podcast today, because I didn't do one last week, and it's okay. Like, it's fine, but I really wanted to do one today, because I wanted to just talk. With this whole COVID thing, sometimes you don't get to talk that much. I mean, I talk to my girlfriend, I talk to my dog, but other than that, everything's online. So it's like you don't get that human connection. And I'm more introverted, I guess, if you didn't know. And I have trouble reaching out to people. So unless they reach out to me, I'm bad at reaching out to them. Just so anybody listening knows, I don't mean it to be whatever. You probably don't even care. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Anyway, I wanted to do a podcast, because I haven't done one in a while, in over a week, and I like doing them. Honestly, I like doing them. So let's see. I play the piano. Oh, I shadow box for a little bit. I like Muay Thai. And I was like, well, okay, I could put on music. I love music. Okay. First of all, that lifts my spirits always. So I did that. I sat outside. It is beautiful out today. It's almost 70 degrees here in New Jersey, and spring is coming, and it's good weather. The allergy is not so great, because I'm waking up with like a headache every day, but that's besides the point. It's beautiful out. So I'm like, oh, I want to be outside. So I sat outside for a little bit on the porch, tried to write. I'm like, oh, I need a podcast idea. And then I found it was too windy. So that lasted like a whole 10 minutes. So I got the mail. I came back inside. Let's see. What else did I do? I had a seltzer. I sat down. I had a seltzer. I tried writing a little bit, but I have something called creative constipation lately, so that didn't work out too well. What else did I do? Let's think. I listened to more music. Okay. Like I said, I shadow boxed for 2 minutes, and then I was like, I'm not feeling this either. I poured myself a drink. I did. And that's kind of where I'm at now. It's like I called it a day, and that I did more stuff today, honestly. I didn't do like those 2 things in 10 minutes, but I did do more stuff today, and it didn't consist of anything too productive, I would say. But that's okay. Like, it's Friday, whatever. I scrolled social media because that's what everybody does. But the point of this is, and you might be thinking, well, Jen, this is just like a really dumb podcast. You just have no ideas and you're just speaking out of your ass and you had a shot of whiskey and what are you talking about? Like, this sucks. Okay, on the contrary. Distraction. Let's talk about distracting ourselves because we do this a lot and I do this a lot. And that's what I did today. I tried to sit with my emotions a little bit, but they feel uncomfortable, when you start getting, tears welling up for no reason and you feel like, kind of crazy in your own body, or you feels really uncomfortable and you want to be productive or you want to do things. It's just not meant to happen sometimes, you just have to go with it. I was texting a friend and she was like, just like, don't, it's okay. Like, it's fine, and it is fine. It is absolutely fine. But I just wanted to bring a point that so many times we're distracting ourselves with things because we're very, very uncomfortable doing nothing. We're very uncomfortable in our bodies, just kind of sitting, staring at the wall. And it's like, why is that? Why are we so uncomfortable with that? And it usually goes back to, something in our brain that's telling us, all right, that's not normal. You shouldn't do that. You should be working. You should be working on a project. You should be talking to people. It's a beautiful day out today. And I was like, well, I should be outside. Because that's what people do when the weather is beautiful. They shouldn't be inside. So it's all of these shoulds. So here's the thing. I'm going to talk about the shoulds and the they and them, which is kind of related, but kind of not. So the shoulds are like, all right, I should do this. I should have done this. So we're either living in the past or the present. And we're saying, oh, should, could, would. Those are words that don't really benefit us in our vocabulary. And we do it all the time. And then the other thing is the they and them, when we're comparing ourselves or we're worried or we're insecure about what they will think. Well, who is they? If you really break it down, who is they, right? You hear this all the time. What will they think? What will they think of you? And it plays over and over and over and over in your head. And it's like, well, they and them doesn't exist. Like it's almost like this, I don't know, this group, this conglomerate of aliens or something, that we make it out to be. And it's like, well, who is part of this group, and why can't I join, so why can't I join the cool club? So I don't know. I'm going to make this short today just because, this is going to be just like I don't know, just because I wanted to do a podcast, and we shouldn't always feel like we have to do. That's okay. But anyway, don't distract yourself too much. It's okay if you distract yourself a little bit, but it's okay to be in your body. It's okay to feel emotions. It's okay. We run away whenever we feel like uncomfortable or a bad emotion, but there's really no good or bad emotion. There are just emotions. So the thing that gets us is if we sit in an emotion too long and we connect it to our brain, to our past, and memories start coming up and we start having all these things. Like, an emotion is just an emotion. It's nothing more. It's nothing less. We feel them. When we need to feel them, then we let them go. But most of the time, we feel an emotion and our brain just like hovers over it or attacks it. And it's like, oh no. And we're either resistant or we just sit with that emotion and we're like, all right, I'm feeling pain. I'm feeling, I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling depressed. I'm feeling anxious. So this is how my day is going to go. Like, I'm I can't say the word. I'm putting myself in a box of like depression or anxiety today. And this is just my day. I don't want to get out of it because that's outside of my comfort zone. I'm comfortable here feeling stuck. So come join my pity party and we'll have a really, really not fun party together. Just crying together. I don't know where I'm going with that, but when you have an emotion, feel it, let it run through your body. You can meditate, do certain things to kind of ground yourself if you're really feeling off. But don't always feel the need to look for a distraction, as I once did today. And because really it doesn't, I don't know that it does that much. Maybe it does a little bit. I guess I feel a little bit better, but don't feel like you always need to, don't feel like you always need to get out as fast as you can once you feel a certain way. We're supposed to. I mean, every day is not going to be peachy keen. We would never know the light if we didn't have the dark, right? You've seen that Yogi tea bag, little thing, right? The quote. I get it all the time because there's like 5 quotes and that one pops up pretty frequently because I like my yogi ginger tea. But yeah, be okay. If you feel crappy today, it's okay. Okay, pour yourself a drink. Whatever, relax. But ease off on yourself. Don't put the pressure on yourself that you need to do a certain thing. Listen to your body and just go with it. Go with the flow of your life. Go with the flow of your life. And anyway, this just be a silly podcast today, but cool. If I'm happy, you're happy. If you're happy, I'm happy. If I'm just blabbing, that's cool too. So I hope you have a great day. Thank you for listening, especially to the end, because hey, I really do appreciate it. And I will see you on the next podcast, or you'll listen to me on the next podcast. So have a good one. Peace.